So, Mike, looks like performance marketing maybe not such a hit after all.
Oh, yeah. Big if true. I mean, it actually touches on a lot of things that I kind of have seen through my many years in this industry, is that we so badly want to know exactly why consumers are doing things. We're never going to get there.
Yeah.
Like, we're just never going to get to if I pull this lever, I'm going to make you do something. Sorry, marketing is powerful in a lot of ways. Forcing action is not one of them.
Yeah.
And I think this really these numbers are not like scratching the majority.
Yeah, 84% is pretty high. And the fact that it never drops below 70% across all these categories. That's pretty stark. We were talking about this story in the editorial meeting today, and Matthew Schwartz, a great contributor to the show, mentioned that we've had this conversation so many times on the podcast about brand versus performance and how really it's a mix of both, but like we're sort of underselling the importance of brand. And Matthew made a great point, so I want to make sure I give him credit as I say it. He talked about how branding is hard. It's a long-term strategy. It's ephemeral. It's like it's not this easy straight line that you can draw from purchase to, reason why, like you can with performance marketing. And that's why it seems like so many brand marketers maybe are shying away from it. But as it turns out, it's really the thing that's, once the person is ready to buy, the branding is the thing that's causing them to take action. If you have done a good job building your brand and getting into the minds of the consumers that way, when they're ready to purchase, they're going to remember you. Not our research.
Yes.
I kind of wish we did this study, but we didn't. But thanks to WPP Media, by the way.
Shout out.
But that's what the research is showing. They already have decided the brands that they like. And we were actually even talking about this from our own personal experience. Like, there are brands that I like, Costco, for example.
Yep.
I love Costco as a brand. I've literally never shopped there. Now, maybe that's sort of circumstantial, right? Like where I live and
right. Logistically, there are boundaries.
I don't know where the nearest Costco is, but I can tell you, if my life ever moves to a point where I do know where there is a Costco and I can get a membership, I probably will, because I already know that I like that brand.
And the crazy thing about that is Costco on you, Ryan Dinger, has spent $0.00.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, directly to you to push you.
Yeah.
It hasn't had to spend a red penny. Like, it's has created its brand out in the world. And I think that's so powerful. And something I want to kind of double back on, big shouts to Matthew Schwartz. Yeah, branding is hard, and performance marketing can be framed as the responsible thing to do. I'm always doing this, so I'm going to stop prefacing it. Some actor in some interview once said that as a Hollywood producer, you would be in less hot water if you were using an IP, and by that is like a previously existing property, whether it was like a board game or an actual, entertainment, fictional property. If you made a movie based on IP, even if it was like The Game of Life, and it flopped, you'd be in less hot water than if you had gone and found an independent script, made a movie for the same exact budget, and flopped it to the same exact degree. Because IP is the responsible move in Hollywood, even if you can take a look at a project from 10 miles away and be like, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
And I really think that performance marketing over the years has gotten this mantle of the smart and responsible thing to do, when we are seeing absolutely not. It seems like the lazy person's way out.
Yeah, you had mentioned, how Costco sort of has me as a fan, and they've never spent a red cent on doing that. It's all been branding plays. Well, for James Boardman, Global Growth Strategy Lead at WPP Media, this research shows the power priming effects can have on the consumer journey. To your point, Costco has already primed me as a consumer. When I'm ready to go down that path, I know where I'm headed. He goes on to say, brand priming can happen anywhere, and it can happen through any touch point in any environment, even if marketers like to think that it's a performance or it's a retail touch point. What Boardman hopes is the research will move the conversation around brand and performance investment away from an, quote, arbitrary dividing line and focus marketers' minds on the greater whole. He says, it's thinking about how your packaging builds brand, how your store window builds brand, how your website and your app builds brand every time you open your mobile phone and look at it, he says. It's a conversation that is much richer than just an arbitrary paid media investment.
Love that. And for people who are like thinking, well, that you just said like 15 things and my performance marketing is like a display ad over here. That sounds like way more. Actually, when that display ad or whenever your performance marketing lever stops working, what exactly do you do? But when you're creating a brand that is around every possible touch point, you got a lot more options. You've got a lot more potential experimental areas. Like, you know, it's the work that marketers have been doing and have been championing and have been wanting to do for decades and for generations. And now you're seeing that the easy button doesn't work.
Yeah.
So, you know, I like that as time goes on, more and more hard numbers, because wasn't that what performance metrics were, or marketing was supposed to be all about? Like hard metrics. Oh no, I pressed this lever and I got 2 clicks. Okay, but you got 0 purchases.
Yeah.
Or that purchase that you gave a coupon to
100%.
is somebody that was ready to buy your brand for the full price.
Right.
Like performance marketing kind of works in impulse buys on social media that are in tune to your passions with a small price and a small gateway to purchase.
Yeah, I mean, you know, so it's not do away with performance marketing tactics entirely.
No.
The story says it. Performing marketing ends up converting the 84% who are already primed to buy your product. So performance marketing can get, you know, they're Costco, using me as an example, at some point in the future may run some type of performance marketing campaign that finally gets me in the door, right? But it's because I've been primed.
Yep.
It's because all the brand plays that they have done over the last, really, and it's been the last like 2 or 3 years where they've really ticked up and have like moved into sort of this like purpose marketing and all these other things. The performance marketing is kind of just getting the person over the finish line. You have to prime them first. So really interesting. And to your point, Mike, yeah, this attribution, this puzzle that we're so obsessed with, until there are like brain chip implants where you can literally see how someone's subconscious is working, you're not going to be able to know 100% what caused someone to make the purchase. There are so many different touch points, so many different influences, things that you're not aware of, things that you are. And so it's like a fairy tale.